Here is the Tempest Garden.
What plants will Shakespeare appear in the Tempest?
There are many. Nuts, including acorns, filberts, and pig nuts, which are not indeed a nut, but a root. Crabs and other apples. Peas, oats, rye, barley, wheat, and corn in general. Grass, reeds, broom, and stover. Saffron, peonies, lilies, cowslips, and mushrooms. Mallows, vetches, furze, gorse, sedge, ling, heath, docks, nettles, briars, and thorns, vines and ivy, pine, oak, cedar, and barnacles.
Many of those plants are very common ones, but barnacles? Barnacles aren't a plant.
We found them in plenty on wood that drifted in from the sea, so we never saw the eggs of the barnacle goose. We concluded that they were born of those branches, born of those barnacles, while yet they were buds on a tree in distant lands.
Oh, well, not many of the plants you listed are flowers, yet this is a play of magic, masks, music, transformation.
Magic is everywhere in the Tempest. Prospero is a magician. He has two chief servants, Ariel and Caliban. Ariel is a spirit of air and music, beautiful, never still, and allied with the good, though heartily fond of being bound to Prospero's commands. Caliban holds a still deeper grudge against Prospero's mastery. He is the bastard son of a wicked wench, sullen, earthly, lustful, and scarcely capable of goodness. Prospero sends Ariel to entice Caliban and his uncouth companions from the shipwreck that brought Ferdinand to Miranda. True to his nature, Ariel fulfills his command with music. I charm their rills that calf-like, they lie lowing, follow through tooth-briars, sharp furs, pricking gorse, and thorns.
Then this magic place has barren and harsh land as well.
Aye. And even that has its uses. In the storm at the beginning of the play, the good counselor Gonzalo longs for any land at all. Now would I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren ground, ling, heath, brown furs, anything. The wills above be done, but I would fain die a dry death.
That sounds like several different names for the same thing.
Not altogether so. Brown furs is dull much of the year, and yet a pleasure to behold when its sweet golden blossoms spread across the hills. Yet you are right. Heath is the same plant that they call ling in the north. And all these plants are alike in bearing little value. They grow in empty lands. We do not keep them in our gardens.
Is it Prospero's magic that creates the pleasant parts of the island?
On Prospero's island, much that people think they see comes of who they are rather than what lies about them. Not long after the shipwreck begins the play, the good counselor Gonzalo envisions the island as a possible paradise. All things in nature shall produce without sweat or endeavor. Nature should bring forth of its own kind all abundance. Yet the villainous Antonio and Sebastian, listening to his vision, foresee rather an island full of useless and unpleasant plants, ducks, mallows, and nettles. I think the plants are well suited to their scene.
Oh, especially in the mask near the end of the play.
The mask in my day was a form of courtly spectacle, full of costly apparel and fantastical creatures. In this play, Prospero, master of magic, has his sprites present a mask to celebrate the troth of his daughter Miranda to Ferdinand, Prince of Naples.
There are those who are sure you inserted that mask for a special performance of this play among the other pageants at the marriage of King James's daughter.
It is a wedding mask, certainly. It conjures up a pastoral country of innocence and rural plenty. The ancient goddesses, Iris, Ceres, and Juno, spread before the young couple all the fertile riches of spring and summer and autumn. Iris praises Ceres for her rich leaves of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas. The turfy mountains where live nibbling sheep, the flat meads thatched with stover, them to keep. Thy banks with peonied and lilied brims, with spongy April at thy hast betrims, to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom groves, whose shadow the dismissed bachelor loves, being last lorn. Thy pole-clipped vineyard, thy sea barge.
What are vetches and stover?
Vetches are both fodder for beasts and a tall purple flower found in the summer in fields, and banks and the edge of the forest. Stover is dried grass that lies in the fields and downs, much of the same thing as hay or straw.
So the mask is full of goddesses and nymphs, and at the same time, of the plants that everyone knows, with nothing magic about them.
Yes. Listen as Ceres replies in stately measure, honoring Iris, whose saffron rings upon my flowers, diffusest honey drops, reflushing sours. She then blesses the happy pair with barns and garners never empty, vines and clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly burden bowing. The goddesses follow this rich summer with a harvest dance, peopled by nymphs and reapers in rice straw hats.
So much of this play is about wild things. Plants, both beautiful and ugly, creatures of both air and earth.
At the end of the play, they all reconcile to one another. Magic has done its deeds, and they are all returned to the natural world, even Prospero, who in departure bestows his island upon Caliban, and grants Ariel the freedom which is his proper state. He is meant to be a sprite much like the fairies of A Midsummer Night's Dream, who likewise love the cowslip that blossoms in the meadow. They tell us that cowslip wine takes not only its amber color, but also its delicate savor from the freckles in the cup of the cowslip's bell.
Ariel's Song of Freedom is now a favorite and very famous.
Good. Ariel sings its song for joy. Where the bee sucks the suck high, in a cowslip's bell I lie. When I coach where owls do cry, on a red speck I do fly. After summer merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now under the blossom that hangs on the bough.